geth are mounting another attack.
Alright.
There, dear.
Ah, Commander. I'm glad they finally sent somebody to help us.
You're a bit late, aren't you?
Arcelia. Sorry, Commander. Everyone's on edge since...
Watch out! We've got geth in the tower!
Protect the heart of the colony!
Hostile spotted.
Oh, this is already from overpowered cell. Alright, so we got that. Run up here. Gentleman on our left gets murdered.
Please, but don't let me die.
No, you died. Alright, so if I remember correctly, we're gonna go here and then I think take a left? Yes.
I think we're good, Commander.
Yeah, I don't know how easy it is to really play Mass Effect 1 and try to use this as like a recorded game anymore. It's not the fact that I don't enjoy the game, it's just, it's hard to make recorded content off stuff like this. I think a lot of people would find it very difficult to record it off of. It's not the fact the game's boring or anything, it's just the way it runs. Like, it's not like EU4 where there's always something going on. There's bits and pieces where, like, it just suddenly gets quiet if I just quit talking, or the dialogue kicks in and I gotta shut my mouth so everybody can listen to it. As far as I'm concerned, this should be going pretty well. I wish I could play in 1080p though. I'd love to see what that thing looks like with that texture.
That should keep Vidan and the others safe. After an update, we can head out for the main geth encampment.
Alright, so... now we gotta run back all the way back to the colony. Luckily it's right here. What we'll end up doing is we'll get all the colony missions that we need, and we're actually gonna go ahead and run through them really fast. I want to get them done and over with. Then depending on what time it is, I might either end the episode maybe a little early, but at the same time I might wait until a little bit further along.
I'm just glad your colony's safe.
I appreciate your concern and your efforts against the geth.
They may have been slowed, but they'll be back. They always come back.
No, they don't.
Help me find what the geth are after and you'll all get out of here alive.
We don't know what they're after. They came, they attacked us, that's all we know. Their main base is at the Exogeny headquarters. A good place to start looking if you want answers.
What's Exogeny?
It's the company most of us work for before the attacks. They fund this colony. The Skyway leads directly to Exogeny headquarters. You can't miss it.
Of course, there's an army of geth between here and there.
I didn't expect this would be easy.
Then maybe I can get this colony operational again.
Right, if I remember right...
What do you need done to get this place back on its feet?
We need those geth destroyed.
Arcelia's right. There are still geth in the tunnels. We also have more mundane problems like food, water, and power. I'm not sure where we stand on those matters. You should talk to the people overseeing them.
Okay, so basically the colony does have some problems. You can save the colony, you can destroy the colony. One thing that does help the colony improve a little bit easier, I don't think I did all of these originally when I played through, but as long as you do a couple of them, it kind of gets through, but it's actually really easy. So they have a food shortage, they're having a power problem, water shortage, and geth in the tunnels.
I'll talk to you when I learn
they're
more.
all located in the same area, so as long as you know where you're at in the game, you can immediately go back to it to see it.
Hello, Off-Worlder. I'm glad that we aren't totally forgotten by the rest of the galaxy.
Dear, please try to rest. You're not ready to speak.
But they should know. I mean, they are very important. Yes. That's better.
Is there anything I can do for you?
I'm fine. I just need to try to think clearly. It's just a lingering pain from the last attack. I'll be fine.
I can't see anything significant, but something is clearly causing her pain.
Please, just let her rest. She just needs rest.
As you tell, it's a little weird. A little weird.
You're the one who repelled that last wave. They'll be back. And if the geth don't kill us, we'll die of hunger soon enough.
Are you doing anything to remedy the situation?
I need to boost rations with Varen meat, but it's too dangerous. The Alpha Varen, he's huge and he's mad. Rabid maybe. Totally uncontrollable. I can't do anything until he's dead.
My favorite thing with this game is that you can always sit there and say the Normandy can provide assistance in some way. So watch what happens when I do this.
I have a ship. I could bring in supplies from off-world.
I'd rather you concentrated on the geth. Food won't help us if they breach our defenses.
I have to go.
So long, Commander.
The other option with it is anytime you talk to any of these people and you sit there and say, oh yeah, Normandy can provide, it's like
Nice work with those
you have
guys.
to keep doing it
Glad
over
you
and over.
showed up.
I still need the power cells for this generator, though.
Like, let's say I say Normandy's power cells.
Would it help if I brought in some power cells from the Normandy? We can certainly spare a few.
Your top-of-the-line ship doesn't use the same parts as the old generator we've got. The cells just aren't compatible.
If I find anything while I'm looking around, I'll send it your way.
Thank you, Commander. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry, but I can't stop to talk. I have to deal with the water shortage.
Is there anything I can do?
The utilities building was one of the first to fall under geth control. Find the mains and turn them back on. Until then, this colony is dry.
I have a ship fueled and ready to go. I could bring water in.
Unless you plan to make a trip every few days, that wouldn't really solve our problem. We need to be self-sufficient.
I have to go.
Those are pretty much the big. That's pretty much the big three you got to talk to. Once you talk to those three people, also this guy over here is a trader, but I'm not worried about him just yet. He usually doesn't have too much good stuff. But the three people you talk to give you missions. Fidan actually gives you a mission about the geth that you got to put a pushback. So we're gonna go ahead and finish that up, and then I might continue on. At least to the part after that. I'll at least get us to the next objective, and I might just stop it, because a lot of the talking that we've been doing inside the Normandy, combined with what we're doing with this mission, I think will waste a fair bit of time. I know most people will be like, oh, Demon, can't you just cut the things up? But no, I kind of get it. It's a little boring, but that's why there is a fast forward button on YouTube, so you kind of you can skip a little bit ahead if you don't want to just see all the walking. I understand it. It sucks just seeing walking around. Trust me, I watch YouTubers half the time, majority of the time, and you eventually reach a point like where you're enjoying the content. But unless you have like maybe 3 or 4 people all BSing with each other and just building on each other as the conversation goes, it gets kind of stale. Like, I understand that even with EU4, like I've run out of things to talk about. I try to come up with things to talk about as much as I can, different discussions, things I'm interested in, things I've done. But I know at least with the Mass Effect series, Mass Effect 1, there really isn't too much story to really build off of. I mean, I could sit there and just talk about how Feros colony is abandoned like this, and why in the hell humanity ain't here fixing the goddamn problem. But I mean, that's just me. And you figure if a colony is under attack, most of the galaxy would be concerned about it. Even if like it's not your colony, in my opinion, you should still at least come out here and provide some assistance. I'm like, yeah, the Citadel doesn't care, the Council doesn't care, because they're just like, oh, there's a human colony out in the middle of nowhere. It's like, but that's still your territory. You told humans go there, and that's where you colonize. It's your job to be making sure nothing bad happens. Because easily humanity could just say, well, if you're gonna screw us, we'll just say screw you and get you back. Good, the puppy's dead. Fusion explosive. Not worried about it. Combat optics, I'll just get rid of that. The more on the jail, the better. You never know when you might need it. Also, this is the only place to get the power cells as well, so you actually get 2 for 1 deal in this place. Because that was my only problem whenever I would play this game was, when I first played it, whoa, why is my cursor there? Okay, the cursor's gone. Why was it there? That was weird. I don't know if you guys are going to see that or not. That was just weird. It just came in out of nowhere. I never really did the power cells or anything else contributed with this mission. I always thought it was kind of stupid and boring. The only one I would ever do really is the water one, because I pretty much walked through here to see one guy to talk to. But after playing the game and getting more like involved with the story, and I wanted to see Feros do better since I played I saw somebody up there. What the hell? I wanted to make sure that they actually would be more successful. So spending the little bit of extra time trying to get the colony back up and running is actually a good thing. Because it can help you later on, because that's what I most like about the trilogy, is the fact that anything I do in Mass Effect 1 carries into Mass Effect 2. What I do in both games can actually carry into Mass Effect 3. So doing everything in this game actually matters. If you miss out on something, there might be something in Mass Effect 3 you skip out on. Trust me, I know. There's some things I haven't been doing in the game. Yeah, there it is again. Damn it. Shoot it up. Seems like anytime I do that, that's when this pops back up. That sucks. Fusion. Ha. Alright. As there's a lot of choices for these games, and it's just like and even then, some of the DLCs actually have different ways it can play out. So like if you do one thing a certain way, or you don't have a DLC, it actually does have an impact on how the game's played. Like when I played Mass Effect 1, I don't think I had Fallen Skies beaten. I might have beaten it, I don't remember. I might have just skipped it because I didn't have it at the time. But when Mass Effect 2 came out, I played it, I beat it, and I didn't have all the DLC. And when I did that, I got Mass Effect 3, and I noticed there was parts of the game that you could have helped on if you just had the DLC. I think whenever I played Mass Effect 3, I didn't have Shadow Broker, so I didn't do Shadow Broker in Mass Effect 2, and I think maybe one other.
You don't want to go down there.
What are you doing down here?
Nothing I should be, and anything I shouldn't.
I remember thinking this guy was insane the first time I dealt with him.
That was a good one. Very intense.
What's the matter with you?
Just invoking the Master's whip helps remind me I'm still alive. You're here for the geth, aren't you? You're not the only one interested in those things.
Who else is looking for the geth?
Not looking for. Looking to get rid of. They're a thorn in the side of the... Ah! I'm trying to get to the... Dying!
He's lost it. We should just leave him be.
Is there anything I can do to help you? Do you even want help?
Help me? No. No one can help me now. I'd rather die fighting!
Fighting what?
Not that kind of fight. It's like running through a thorn bush. The more you struggle, time's up. Company's coming. Ask Faidan. Ask him about the... Ah!
Look out!
I don't think this opens up, does it now? Alright. So you guys can kind of get an idea that this guy's a little crazy, so he keeps screaming what sounds like it's supposed to be pain. I can't imagine how much money this guy got paid for doing that. Lucky bastard. But between that person and the one lady that was up in the medical area, we kind of have an idea that for some strange reason it seems like everybody's like acting a little bit strange. So it's kind of building into what we're going to find later on. So it makes it a little bit more fun just to sit there and rewatch half of this. To be totally honest, I wish this was the first time I was playing Mass Effect. It's just like I have no idea what's happening. You play it too much, you know everything that's happening. So we got the power source. We destroyed the geth transmitter. So we've pretty much done everything that we have to down in this area. So the next big thing is when we go back up here, we're going to talk to all the people that we had to talk to, and they'll basically tell us, you saved the colony. You got us our food, you got us our water, you got us power, you killed the geth's offensive. It's basically everything's good. But at least from what I see, I really do enjoy playing these games. It's so hard to go back and play them half the time. It's like playing Fallout. I have played the hell out of Fallout 3. So much so that on my console, I think I basically forced myself, at least 360-wise, to keep my old character downloaded, or not deleted. I actually transferred that save on my Xbox 360 when I got rid of my Elite to my older one, because I just wanted to keep it. Because if it's like every game you play, there's a point where you reach where you play as a character so much that you get bored of the game, and to keep it, you got to basically fool around with it a bit.
Commander.
I killed the big Baron. The rest are yours.
Excellent. I'll organize a hunt when the immediate threat of the geth is gone.
I have to go.
Here, for your trouble. It's not much, I know, but it's all we can spare.
How much you spend? Yeah, 52,000 credits is actually a pretty good amount. I'm not gonna lie. That's more than a small
The
amount.
water started running not long ago. Thanks to you, I assume. Now we just need to deal with the geth and we can get back to growing this colony. Here, a few credits for your trouble.
104 credits, only a few.
Nice work with those geth. Glad you
It's like
showed
going to
up.
Zimbabwe and somebody gives you a $1 trillion
Still need the
bill.
power cells
Oh,
for
how
this
much is that
generator,
worth?
though.
About $1 in American.
I found these power cells in the tunnels. Are they what you're looking for?
I knew they'd turn up eventually. Here, Fidan gave me some requisition money. It's all yours. Now if I can kick these power cells into place, I'll have this colony up and running
156,000,
in no
that's not a
time.
little, that's a lot of money. I think if I remember right, when the first time you play this through, I think it actually really isn't that much money. It's the fact that every time you replay the game, you actually can save up a large sum of money. Like, when I first played Mass Effect 1 on 360, I probably had too many credits. I don't even remember how much I got.
For you.
I destroyed a geth transmitter in the tunnels. They won't be a problem any longer.
Thank you, Commander. We're in your debt. You've taken a great weight off my shoulders. I just wish I had such good news for every problem.
Let's talk about Zeus, Hope, and Feros in general.
Of course, Commander.
There's a guy living down in the tunnels. Is he one of yours?
That would be Ian. He's very sick.
Tell me about your colony.
Life is hard and often brutal, even without our current problem. Colonial affairs back on Earth told us but despite
No, I'm not
everything,
concerned
there's
about
something
that. I want to do
tranquil about this place.
operational.
What do you
is
need
I
done to
wanted.
get this
Getting
place
rid
back
of the
on?
geth in the tunnels helped us immensely, Commander. But there are still some other mundane necessities, like food, water, and power to think of. I'm not sure where we stand on those matters. You should talk to the people overseeing them.
I'll talk to you when I learn more.
That's right. I kept thinking he had more to say to it, but we already got all that fixed. So let's see what else we got. I think I was going to just go to this one area up ahead and then stop. I don't know, what time is it? 2:34.
Watch out! I don't know how much more I can take.
Couldn't kill one damn drone? How hard is it? Alright, so let's see. Alright, so what we'll end up doing is I'll get on this. We're going to go ahead and go to the one area that I know of, and then I'm going to stop recording for the day. I'm actually kind of tired of recording. Been recording since almost 9 o'clock in the morning. So I've been doing this for several hours. I actually want to take a little bit of a break from Mass Effect. For one, and two, I just want to sit back and relax. I got videos to edit. I'm going to watch a couple YouTube videos.
We're picking up a comm signal. It's weak, but there's definitely
That audio went out.
More chatter. Still no fix.
Oh, I was hoping for a bigger hit. I will say my most favorite thing I did in Xbox 360 is when I played this before. Actually, can you get down there? No way. I'm intrigued when I test it.
I'll wait as long as I have to.
But I think I accidentally fell off the side of this before, but I had a problem with one of the wheels getting stuck. Damn it. Like, I physically had a wheel get stuck on it, so I had one wheel holding me up, and it was like one of the ones in the back, and it was stuck, and the wheels were just all stuck, so I couldn't do anything. It was hilarious when it happened. It sucked, but it was funny. I wish I could have recorded that. So, since we got here, you basically saw us go through the gunnings of all the geth back there. So now we've reached this little secluded area here, and we suddenly find more people. So there are other survivors besides those in Zeus Hope.
That's close enough!
Relax, Jong. They're obviously not geth.
Get back, Juliana. Who are you? What do you want?
Commander Shepard, I'm here to remove your geth problem.
You see? You worry too much.
And you trust too easily,
Where the hell is Ashley's hair
I'm just
gone?
glad to see a friendly face. I thought we were the only humans left on this planet.
Phi Dan and some of the members of Zeus Hope are still alive.
I thought you said they were all dead.
I said they were probably all dead.
They're not dead. But
Half
the
her
geth
face
have
is
really
missing, I
handled
like
them.
it.
We know what that's like. Those damn synthetics are relentless.
I'll do whatever I can to keep them away
Oh, I
from you,
love Mass
but I
Effect
need some
1, it's so
information.
glitchy but funny.
What kind of information?
Ignore him. The geth are up in the Exogeny headquarters, just a bit further along the Skyway.
Those headquarters are private property, soldier. Remove the geth and nothing else.
I'm not interested in your company's secrets.
Commander, before you go, my daughter, Lisbeth, she's missing.
They shouldn't waste time poking around. We can do a proper accounting of our casualties after the geth are gone.
That's my daughter you're talking
Call
about.
her a casualty,
She's
that's
still
just
alive.
horrible.
I know it.
Where's your daughter, Juliana?
She was working in the Exogeny building when the attacks came.
Oh, yeah, there were several places she could hide. For a short time.
If she's in there, I'll get her out.
Thank you, Commander. Thank you.
I will say this much, as you can sit there and see from the with the camera panned on us, where you sit there and see like the shadows glitching out where the neck is on my character. That, imagine that but 100 times, and it covers the entire body, and it actually makes you look a lot larger. That's Novaria. So basically, from what this is you learn that there's other survivors. These guys, supposedly through an Exogeny leader, thought everybody else in the company was, everybody at Zeus Hope was dead. Now, there is a bit of questions we can ask. Since we're reaching the end of this, I probably will go ahead and just ask these questions to him. It says reason for attack, colony information, Elizabeth's location. You learn a little bit more about Exogeny's facility, and then Zeus Hope. So let's go ahead and get these done.
Do you know what the geth are after?
I have no idea. We certainly haven't found anything of use. Something Exogeny is keen to remind us of.
We need to recoup our expenses. It's nothing personal.
Tell me about the colony.
We established ourselves here 4 years ago. Growth was steady until the attacks. Our biggest challenge has been the lack of resources. There's just so little here of value. Still, we were making a go of it. It was even starting to feel like home.
What brought you here?
I guess I thought this would be the start of a new life. I wanted to go where I could feel like I was making a difference. Instead, everything we built is destroyed. It's very hard not to lose hope.
Where's your daughter, Juliana?
Somewhere at the Exogeny headquarters, I hope.
How did you get split up from the Zeus Hope colony?
Most of us lived closer to the Exogeny building. Zeus Hope was mostly used as a port. When the geth hit, we scattered. Until you told us about the others, we assumed they were killed in the first wave. If we had known they were still alive, we might have attempted to join them.
They're fairly secure now. Maybe you should do that.
No. I don't think that's a good idea. We have no vehicles, and the Skyway offers little protection.
Like the building we're in now?
Listen, our best hope is to sit tight and wait for company reinforcements. They'll come eventually.
What was the building used for?
Oh, yeah, we repurposed that structure to serve as headquarters for Exogeny. That's mostly offices with a number of light-duty R&D labs.
Exogeny is a master at repurposing anything and everything.
The company has to make a profit somehow, Juliana. Feros is a long way from self-sufficient.
Stay bunkered down until I find out what the geth are after.
Of course. And please remember,
oh
if
god,
you see
that
my
glitch.
daughter...
Jesus. I wonder if that's always been there for this. Because Ashley's missing, she's missing the right half of her face. My character has most of their nose and the back of their head missing. Kane just is missing his top of his head. Don't know what.
Find it. No problem.
And the side of his face looks broken. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Perfectly fine. And no ear. Jesus. Yeah, that's the shadow textures glitching out on me, because you can even tell from the side of his face up to his eye, it's like all glitchy and stuff. Yeah, the same thing you're seeing for this, like a little bit of the shadow textures glitching out like that, is going to be very prevalent in that. I'm hoping that I can go online, I might be able to figure out how to modify it, because basically what it'll do is it'll make the characters I'm using brighter, and then whenever we're out of there I can turn it down, and you might see it for like a second. But one guy we got to talk to is this gentleman.
I was hoping you'd have a moment to speak with me. I've got a bit of a problem.
What do you need?
I need to retrieve some data. It's not a big job, but it pays well.
Sounds easy enough. What's the catch?
No catch, really. It's dangerous work, but not for someone like you.
Well, that's very comforting. Certain death for some, fine for us.
It's not that bad, really. All you need to do is find my console at ExoGeni headquarters and drop the data onto this OSD. It's that simple.
I'll look around if I get the chance.
I appreciate it. That data could be worth a lot of money. Of course, this all depends on getting out of here alive.
Tell me about the data I'm getting for you.
Plans for a few prototype mods? I'm a freelancer. Some of my mods are highly sought after.
Why work in the middle of nowhere if your skills are so useful?
Maybe I've got a bit of the frontier spirit in me. That, and the alternative is a bit too secure for my liking. Freelancers don't have to worry about security as much, so long as we keep a low profile.
Do you have any idea what the geth we're looking for?
That's for smarter men than me to figure out. I have no idea what anyone would want with this ruin.
Time to get moving.
Just keep in mind what I said.
Alright, so basically that leaves us off pretty much at the end of that. So, again, as we figured out, we're going to be going to the ExoGeni headquarters next. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be leaving this at probably this episode here. I'll probably splice together the other part with this. I'll probably make a part 1 and a part 2. Mainly because of one very important factor. This map for this mission is actually kind of long. Whenever we finish this, I gotta go do, what is it? Novaria. I still gotta do the Terra Nova one through the DLC with Fallen Skies. I think I got to do, I don't know how to say what the mission is. I'll say the planet name, but that's it, Vermeer. I mean, I gotta go do that too. Once those are all said and done with, I pretty much have the entire main parts that I want to get done finished. I'll probably highlight right before we go to, what do you call it, Novaria, I'll probably highlight the one pinnacle station. That way people can kind of see it so they have an idea about what's going on. Because I don't see that as being like record worthy. The most that I'd be recording is me playing the exact same missions again and again and again on just the same set of maps. It's when you first play it, it's actually pretty competitive and fun. When you do it a second time and then a third time, you get pretty bored of it fast, and I just don't feel like doing it. If you want to, more than likely there's probably recordings of it online that you guys could look up if you want to, because by the time I'm done with this, it's hell, this game's probably been out for almost 10 years since then. But as I was saying, I'm going to keep trying to keep playing this. I've been enjoying making the content for this. It's been fun. I've kind of missed playing Mass Effect again. Oh my god, that texture is broken as hell. Jesus Christ. It's like being Two-Faced off of The Dark Knight. But yeah, I'll keep trying to record this as much as I can. I don't know how many episodes I'll be getting out of this series. Mainly due to the fact that there's so much I want to edit, but I don't want to make these more, if I can get away with it, more than an hour. Because I know a lot of people not a lot of people like sitting there for an hour. I see a lot of people, like the bigger YouTubers, they cut it down to like 20 minutes, maybe 30 at most. I figure for a Let's Play of Mass Effect, you can kind of get away with it being longer, just because, like, when you play this game, there's so much story, so much dialogue being said. I don't want to skip any of it, so people who want to enjoy the story can enjoy it. I don't want to talk during it too much. I might say some one-off things whenever the hell somebody's talking, like when you guys sit there and hear me go, oh, here we go again, and then make a smart-ass comment. That's about as far as I'll get into it, because I want people just to enjoy the gameplay more than me BSing. Yeah, I'll talk. Yeah, I'll sit there and give my thoughts on what's going on at the time. But overall, I just want people to enjoy the game itself. So, as I was saying, if you guys have been enjoying the content, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and of course, have a very wonderful day. And thank you ever so much for watching these videos.